The story begins in a peaceful valley, where a loving ladybug couple is joyfully training their newly hatched babies to fly. The tiny ladybugs flutter their wings with excitement, but they struggle to stay in the air. Among them is a little ladybug named Crocus, who tries his best but keeps losing balance. Suddenly, Crocus falls to the ground. A nearby fly bursts into laughter, mocking him before flying away. But Crocus doesn't let the insult break him. He stands up, spreads his wings again, and keeps trying until he slowly learns to fly. Soon, the parents gather all the babies and begin flying home. On the way, the same fly appears again, laughing cruelly at Crocus. This time, Crocus bravely chases it. But the fly calls an entire swarm. Terrified, Crocus turns to escape, loses direction, and becomes separated from his family. In panic, he crashes into a rock, breaking one of his wings and falling unconscious. The flies hover over him, whispering, "It's over," and leave him there alone. The scene changes. A car drives into the valley. Inside is a couple enjoying a picnic. The woman is pregnant. Suddenly, she feels intense pain, and they rush to the hospital, leaving all their food behind. Night arrives. Crocus slowly opens his eyes. He tries to fly, but with only one wing, he collapses helplessly. Scared and alone, he calls out for his family, but they are long gone. Rain begins to fall, and Crocus hides under a mushroom. Even there, strange glowing eyes of a snail frighten him, and he keeps wandering through the dark. Eventually, he reaches the abandoned picnic spot and hides inside a tin box filled with sugar cubes. At sunrise, Crocus steps out and sees insects taking away the leftover food. A disciplined army of black ants appears, carrying fruits back to their colony. Their leader, Mandible, follows the sweet scent and discovers the sugar box. She tastes one cube and dances with joy. She immediately calls her workers, and together they lift the box, Crocus still hidden inside, and begin their journey home. But on the way, the box tips over a stone, scattering sugar cubes. Crocus is thrown out and faints again. The ants gather the cubes, but a dangerous lizard appears. The ants freeze in fear. One ant is about to be eaten. At that moment, Crocus rises, climbs back into the box, and shouts with all his strength. His powerful echo terrifies the lizard, who retreats immediately. The ants celebrate Crocus's bravery. Mandible invites him to join them, and they continue their journey. But trouble returns. A fierce army of red ants led by Booyah blocks the path and demands the sugar. Mandible offers half, but Booyah wants everything. Furious, he orders his army to chase the black ants. A wild race begins through forests, down a river, chased by soda cans and fish. Crocus falls into the water and is nearly eaten by fish, but Mandible saves him by forming a chain and pulling him up. After surviving a waterfall, the ants recover their sugar and continue onwards. Crocus tries again to fly when he sees a group of ladybugs, but he falls due to his broken wing and reluctantly continues with the ants. They finally reach their kingdom, where Mandible gives the sugar to their queen, and it allows her to lay many eggs for future generations. Meanwhile, Booyah returns to his kingdom and demands war. The queen of the red ants agrees, and a massive army marches out with weapons made from thorns and slingshots. At sunrise, the red ants attack fiercely. Toothpicks rain down like arrows, tearing holes in the fortress. The black ants fight back using aspirin tablets that foam like a defensive wall. Crocus and Mandible rush to their supplies and find only one match. They light a rocket that explodes among the red ants, causing heavy loss. But the match burns out. Desperate, Crocus remembers a matchbox left at the picnic site. Mandible orders the ants to make a paper plane. They launch Crocus into the sky. His wing has grown slightly, and he manages to fly ahead, escaping attempts by red ants to stop him. As later, Crocus reaches the picnic site. But a spider finds the matchbox and carries it away. Crocus follows him into a dollhouse inside a sewer. A dangerous frog attacks Crocus is caught, the house collapses, and he faints. The frog dies, crushed beneath the wreckage. When Crocus awakens, the spider is caring for him, grateful that Crocus accidentally saved her from the frog. She gives him juice, restoring his strength, and lets him take the matchbox. On his way back, Crocus sees a group of flies bullying a ladybug, the same one he cared about. Crocus throws the matchbox aside and attacks the flies. They chase him to a highway. Crocus escapes the car, but the flies are crushed. He returns to the ladybug, kisses her gently, and promises, "I'll be back. My friends need me." He picks up the matchbox and flies toward the black ant colony. The battle is at its peak. The fortress is falling apart. Just then Mandible hears Crocus's voice. Everyone cheers. They ignite dozens of rockets, fire lights the sky, explosions wipe out the Red Army. Booyah flees. The forest catches fire, but a rescue plane arrives and extinguishes the flames. The ants survive, but their home is destroyed. Days later, Crocus is living happily with his ladybug love. They have 5 children and he teaches them to fly. The ants rebuilt their kingdom from the ground up. Crocus visits Mandible, and together they proudly watch the new home rise, ending the story with hope. And this marks the beautiful ending. If you want the next part, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Next part. Thanks for watching. Dear viewers, if you enjoyed this beautiful and emotional story, then please support our channel. Your 1 like, 1 comment, and 1 subscribe gives us motivation to bring more amazing stories for you. So please, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and press the bell icon so you never miss our upcoming episodes. And yes, if you want the next part of this story, comment below. Next part we read all your comments and appreciate your love. Thank you for watching. Stay connected and stay blessed.